Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sportscast Northeast Sports. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Premier League predictions for Game Week 3 with Bradley Young, starting with Chelsea and Fulham. So, this is basically a West London derby, and so head-to-head in all competitions, Chelsea's had 53 wins, draws 27, and Fulham's had 13 wins against Chelsea. Recent Premier League head-to-heads around 36 league meetings, 22 wins for Chelsea, 3 for Fulham, and the remainder have been draws. Going back to 1910, for example, we're going to be talking about that day in December. Obviously, Fulham won, Chelsea 1-0, and the rivalry stems to dispute over Stamford Bridge's rent, which actually led to Chelsea's founding as well. So, in the 2024-25 season, Fulham actually beat Chelsea 2-1 at Craven Cottage, and in December before, Chelsea earned a 2-1 revenge at Stamford Bridge in April last season. Other notes to talk about: Frank Lampard is the top goal scorer in this fixture with 8 goals, and overall dominance by Chelsea, over 60% win rate in recent league meetings. To be honest, I am going to predict a Chelsea win here at Stamford Bridge. I'm going to go for a home win. I am going to go for Chelsea 2, Fulham 1 in this game. Next game is Manchester United versus Burnley. United are record 20-time English champions among the decorated clubs in football history. They are approaching their 60th league game milestone. So recent struggles, post-Ferguson things have unravelled. So 114 Premier League defeats since 2013, matching as 10 total in half of the games. The 2024-25 season was their worst ever season, most losses of the season and lowest league finish over Ruben Amorim. But this season, Man United has still failed to obviously win a game yet. They have drawn a game and also they have lost a game. My prediction for Man United versus Burnley, I am going to go with a comfortable Manchester United 3, Burnley 0 in this game. I think Burnley's just going to struggle in this one, but Manchester United will get all the 3 points in this one. Tottenham versus Bournemouth. So Spurs were the first club in the 20th century to win the league, an FA Cup double in 1960 and 61. Bournemouth have impressed climbing from non-league to the Premier League in under a decade. So Bournemouth, for example, they were non-league back in 2015, and they have climbed up the table until they've reached Premier League, and that was under manager Eddie Howe when they managed to get Premier League. My prediction, I will expect Tottenham's attack and flair to shine. I'm going to say Tottenham 3, Spurs 1. That's my prediction for that one. Sunderland versus Brentford is the next game, historical head-to-head. Across all competitions, Sunderland lead this fixture 9 wins to Brentford 6, with 4 draws. In recent matchups since 2006, Sunderland haven't won Brentford. They have 2 wins and 1 draw from 3 games. Interesting. You know what? I'm going to go back and obviously get this Sunderland win, hopefully now. I'm going to go with Sunderland 2, Brentford 1. That is my score prediction. Goal scorers, Eliza Mienda and Mark Gill will score. That's what I reckon. Wolves versus Everton is the next game. So Wolves were powerhouses in the 1950s. Everton are a long-established top-flight stalwarts and 90-time champions. My prediction for this game, I think it's going to be a close battle, but I'm leaning Everton to win this more than Wolves. I'm going to go with 1-0 to the Toffees. I'm going to go 1-0 to Everton in this game. Leeds versus Newcastle. I think Leeds are a newly promoted historical former contenders, obviously returning to the top flight and testing ground. Newcastle are resurgent under Eddie Howe, breaking into Europe again. Obviously, Alexander Isak will not be playing in this game again. Anthony Gordon got sent off on Monday night against Liverpool. Joelinton and Tonali have to have injured checks to say if they're okay. Apparently, the other night, they both have injuries. But let's hope this will lead to Newcastle's win. I'm going to go... You know what? Just on the safe side, I'm going to go Leeds United 1, Newcastle 2. That's my score prediction for that one. Right, Sunday's games: Brighton versus Manchester City, Nottingham Forest versus West Ham, Liverpool versus Arsenal. Brighton versus Manchester City, rise of Brighton. So Brighton now feature in Europe competitions and are admired to progressive under football under Roberto De Zerbi. City's power: Manchester City is still dominant with recent treble and league winning pedigrees. I'm going to go Brighton at home as well. You know, I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to say Brighton 1, Manchester City 1. Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. Forest were European champions in the late 1970s and are rebuilding in the Premier League. West Ham have a proud FA Cup history and European success via the Europa Conference League. You know what, right? Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. I am going to go with Nottingham Forest 1, West Ham United 0. I think West Ham will lose their third game of the season in the Premier League. Liverpool versus Arsenal. Obviously, Liverpool have won 19 league titles and European dominance under Jurgen Klopp. Arsenal are historical 13-time champions, famously the Invincibles in the 2003-4 season, and now reinvigorated under Mikel Arteta. So a classic heavyweight clash, I reckon. In this one, I'm going to go with Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. This is the last game. Aston Villa are back as a European threat under Unai Emery. Palace remain resilient, bouncing between consolidation and cup runs. My score prediction in this one is Aston Villa 2, Crystal Palace 1. That's the fully loaded Match Week 3 rundown predictions plus rich context to stats to back them up. Agree with my predictions and surprise brewing? Let me know in the comment section below. If you love the detail and even want more player histories, obviously fantasy insights or tactical breakdowns, let me know in the comments and I will do that in the next one. But thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel and drop suggestions below if you want that. But yes, take care everyone and we'll see you again soon.